And we're live. This is Mark Goldberg from Mark Vlogs Watches with a special cast of characters here on the End of the World live stream. This is not a beg stream. This is, in fact, a live stream. And with me to the far right with the funny-looking ears is the rancher, Clive, Watch Wrangler, Watch Channel. Say hello to the people, Clyde.
Hello, how are you?
That's your Hisham imitation. Hisham, if you should be listening to us, the link is in the Cardinals WhatsApp group. Please join us. And we're getting a first fist from Fist Watches. And first from a Val and Grey Moon. And also with us is a new, I think, altar boy, Clyde. Wouldn't we call Mackenzie our newest altar boy?
Sure. Why not?
Let's go with that because he hasn't quite reached Cardinal status, but he has quite a creditable collection with us today, all the way from the great state and swampland of Okeechobee is, what's his name again, Clyde?
Mackenzie.
That's right. Mount Mackenzie. Mackenzie, thanks.
What's up, fellas?
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, you sure would, wouldn't you?
So, real quick, the
Nice.
fellows joining us include Fist Watches, Watch Habit, Val and Grey Moon, as always. First Fist Watches and Giggles, Thomas Murphy, Justin Bailey, Blue Shirt Buddha, A.R. Wags, and Ramon Ayala, Jean-Claude Beaver, and an increasingly large cast of nasty vinyl hunters, Woody New Yorker, Simon 90s as well. Anyway, guys, I'd like to Yankee Doodle. Here we go again. I'd like to thank you for joining us. Today we're just going to spend time together. And if we're going to go, I suggest that we do it as a group, as a family. Clyde,
but I just went.
Clyde, you know when I say go, Mr. Mackenzie, as an altar boy, it is your job to keep an eye out for beg stream comments. Come on,
Alex.
No, we don't do that.
Like Nyansa.
Thank you, Mr. C. $1. $1. All right,
$1.
Clyde can think of something. Anyway, this is the show where we actually do shit for free. So if you give me money, I will be more than happy to take it, and I will put it into the toilet paper or buy Jupiter cat food fund. If you don't give me money, give me your questions, your comments. Let's basically, Clyde, it's the end of the world, and you and Archie on an earlier. Is that a dry cough, Mackenzie, or is it productive?
Yes, Corona is implementing.
Corona. I understand you'll be working from home. Do I understand that correctly tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
By the way, this is a Jim Beam with a cherry and some secret sauce in there. Yeah. Clyde, you just texted me. Why don't you just say it out loud? Why you want to text me? Go ahead. Say it, Clyde. Say it.
Mark is pure gold.
Aw, that's very sweet, but that's not what he texted me.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I thought I was texting somebody else.
Okay, well, Clyde texted me the Mark stream. I guess you thought you were inviting somebody else. You get as many people here as you can, and you know what? I think it's time. Legit, no shit.
Blue shirt in here.
Yes, we'll send him a link. I think any bad blood. This is the time, to put it beside us. Don't feuds look stupid now? I mean, wouldn't Bill Sanders and I like to go out together? Drunkenly chanting and drinking together wouldn't Clyde, I think you need to send who's my Canadian motel janitor friend, Bear Clooney. Clyde, get Bear Clooney in here. Fellas, this is the time when silly YouTube feuds, your neighbor's dog shit on your front doorstep and you haven't talked to him in 15 years. It's time to put this stuff aside. It's just time. Now we know what's important. Alcohol, toilet paper, macaroni and cheese, can openers. These are the things. Wine and corkscrews. These are the important things. So, to all the motherfuckers I have offended before in my life, I would like to apologize for calling you a motherfucker. To anybody I agitated, to anybody I was unkind to, I think this is the time to just set it all aside and. We need to circle the wagons, and if we're going to go, I think we should go singing drinking songs. This is, what do you think, Clyde? Can you sing a drinking?
Coming around the mountain when she comes.
Put your arm around me, son. Sit on my lap when you talk about coming.
All right.
I know. I'm
get
sorry.
knocked
I'm
down,
leaving.
but I get up again.
What's that, Gleisy?
I get knocked down,
But
but
I
I
get
get
up
up
again. Never gonna
And
keep
I
me
dim
down. It's a gin drink. I forget all the
I
drinking.
drink Jim Beam, and I drink it again.
It's a little Jim Beam. So where's my Bear Clooney? Where's my crappy luxury? Everybody who hates me, I want you on the stream right now so that I can tell you that I'm sorry that you hate me.
No, Mark, you can only have 6 people on at one time.
Well, it's true. Okay, damn it. Well, you know what? How about if we knock them out one by one? Woody New Yorker is on here. He hates me thoroughly, I'm pretty sure. Or do I
Get Ron the drink on?
Yeah, well, like I said, I would prefer to focus right now on the people who hate me. If you like me, you're probably not invited, except for these two. These are my people, my hobros, my horological brothers. # no homo. Does that make you feel any better, young Mackenzie?
No mo. Nomos.
No, he's not he's not for nomos.
No, I don't like nomos.
Nomos is an abbreviation. It stands for, the complete term is not for homos.
Speaking of hatred,
I see.
Speaking of hatred, where's Jen?
Oh, did you say that, Blake?
Is with tonic.
I think that I think Tan is here unless he's gone home already. And I asked him out a couple of times to, let me know when we can go for drinks. And he pulled a Tan Zeal for the second time, which is to say that he didn't call me. And now the governor of Illinois, here's the awful thing. The governor of Illinois has closed down 2 things. One I don't care about too much. Bars. Okay. I'm stocked up. I'm good. Restaurants. Fuck.
Ooh.
Closed restaurants in the state of Illinois. That is problematic. Joe Biden, breaking news, gentlemen. Joe Biden has just committed to picking a woman as his vice presidential candidate should he win the nomination. Who do you think it would be, guys? Hillary much?
Hmm.
Well, we can talk about that.
Hillary.
We can talk about that.
Liberty.
You have the funniest form of Tourette's, I have to say. Okay. So anyway, what I wanted, and I'm just not kidding here. Let me just say, if we wake up tomorrow and there's a vaccine, then fuck you, I hate you again. But until such time,
It's huge. The virus is huge. We should build a wall.
Oh my God!
This is a great country.
Oh my
God! It's just unbelievable.
Make America.
I was on another live stream earlier today.
Yeah.
And my ex Hotsy.
They said Mexico should build a wall.
She said Mexico will probably pay to build the wall.
Yeah, now they'll pay for the wall. They're actually going to build it out of Mexicans.
Just about, yes. For paella.
So what I would like to do is, paella it would fall apart, because paella is a Spanish rice dish. So I'm not entirely sure we could really build anything out of it. Although it is my specialty, I do know how to cook it.
This rice dish is huge. It is unbelievable.
It's not huge.
A game changer.
It's not huge. It's huge.
Tremendousness.
Mackenzie, I never thought I'd have the chance to say this to you. I think you just killed Mark's boner.
Nice.
Well,
his boner was huge.
I like this kid, Clyde. I don't care what you say.
I could barely hold on to it with my massive manly hands.
That's what she said.
Oh, I love this. I don't really have to do it. Okay, so let me just sum up. If you hate me, someone sent Blue Shirt the link. He said he'll come on, but he doesn't hate me. So Blue Shirt, you're one of these guys who likes everybody. And but however, that being said, you're more than welcome. But I think honestly, Clyde, I'm telling you right now, get a hold of Bill Sanders, get a hold of Bear Clooney, get a hold of Crappy Luxury, and I want to apologize to the trio of them. Some of them I know what I did to upset them. Some of them I don't know.
Clooney loves his Rolex watches.
I just wish I could tickle his little mustache. I just I'm going to find something to love about each of these gentlemen, and I don't think it'll be hard if I'm having a near-death experience. Ricky says paella is from Spain, not Mexico, and that is true. But Ricky, you spelled it wrong. It's not with a Y; it's with a double L, which in Spanish is a letter all unto itself called Elye. There is L, which is a single L, and there's a double L called Elie.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K.
Jota, hey, Jota tu.
L, E, M, N, N, O, P, Q, R, R, S, T, U, V.
Muy bien, putito. Muy bien, putito. I'm pretty sure.
Chupo mi huevos, pendejo.
¿Cuándo? Dime cuándo.
Gringo tu madre,
¿Cuándo?
pendejo.
Valen Greymoon, of course, is Hispanic, is cracking up there because he understands that the altar boy just told me to suck his balls, and I said, "Okay, when?"
Cierra la boca.
And now I've been told to shut my mouth. Well, apparently, young Mackenzie has worked in a kitchen. That's the nearest thing that I can figure. Okay, so I would like to see Don Haynes here. I would like to see anybody that I've heartily offended. Okay. So, guys, it's getting nutso out there. What I want to know is, are the food stores going to close? You see, I think that we're going to have riots. You know how we made fun of all the crazy people for stocking up like buckets of food because the rapture was going to come, or Jesus was going to smite everybody, or it was end days. And who's got the goddamn television on?
Clive.
No.
Mackenzie, turn up your TV, for fuck's sake. This is no time to be watching Nick at Night. This is serious business.
I'm watching Narcos Mexico.
Oh, that's a great show, but you can't do Narcos Mexico justice by watching, El Flaco while you're also watching me. So you got to pick one, and I just picked for you. Weasel Jester. May I just say, how dare you? So let's get that off of here. I actually think that I might have made a mistake in not buying up Spam while I could. I've always made fun of these people who buy tuna fish to stock up, like my sister. Remember Y2K, Clyde? Remember Y2K?
Yep, I do.
I think Mackenzie was in grade school, but Y2K for you youngins was when 1999 was going to click over to the year 2000. And the theory was that no computer was programmed to understand the 2000s, and they were all going to shut down, and we would be without food and water and money for days while, it was an apocalyptic event, supposedly.
Did you send an invite to Hisham?
I put it on the WhatsApp group. Okay. So my entire Y2K preparation program, I filled the bathtub with water, so I figured we could drink out of that if necessary. But my sister laid in like 3 years worth of canned tuna and all this other stuff. And I've always mocked people who did that, but I'm not mocking anymore. No longer.
So wait. So who was right? Him.
Well, my sister was right. Oh, you with the you stocked up on extras.
Rations.
Did you get sous vide? Oh, that's true. I forgot. What did you buy, Clyde? What
did you buy?
He bought something, and I mocked him.
Patriot rations.
What the hell is that?
Freeze dried bullshit.
It's rations. It's rations for patriots. Jesus Christ.
Cheese and rice.
Yeah.
Well, it's biblical.
As long as there's water and heat, I'm good. Well, at least for like 2 weeks, maybe 3.
In Christ 87, if it's the rapture, then you good people are just going to disappear, and the rest of us are going to be here, running into your houses getting your Rolex. But we're not all supposed to die of a virus. And quite frankly, you might die right next to us. So might be end times, but I'm not entirely sure.
Hey, let's play a new game. I call it Fuck, Marry, Cannibalize.
John O asked how my ammo stash is. Well, 22s are cheap, so I have a fair amount, and I've got dogs here. I just got a new puppy, so they're very tender. Anyway, yeah. So I'm thinking that maybe not stocking up. Well, I did. The boyfriend made me. He was nervous. I was not nervous until like today, but yeah.
How much did you spend on groceries?
Well, I don't think it's going to sound like a lot, but you got to bear in mind, I'm going to tell you in a second, but you got to bear in mind, I can't remember the last time we cooked twice in 1 week in this house. So we don't usually eat out. We usually bring in. So I would say I spent $600 in the last 4 days, to stock up the house. $600, which is like, it seemed to me, I wasn't worried about the money because almost everything we bought can be frozen, stored, saved, long, has long shelf life. So I know we'll use it eventually, but I also thought we're buying enough food in this house
frozen.
Yeah, to last us 6 months. What we bought, this week should last us 6. What's happening? Oh dear. Ricky, hey, you're always surprising me with your Spanish, Mark. I guess I suck at speak either language. And hello to the rancher. He's the man. Well, hello, rancher.
Hey, rancher.
Ricky, te agradezco y tienes que entender que yo aprendí mi castellano en Castilla. Bueno, de hecho en Valencia, pero así fue. So thank you for the contribution to the buy toilet paper and scotch fund. Although I really meant bourbon. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to speak Spanish, but I did stay at Hornaday Inn Express last night.
Patrick Ship, I don't know what is going on here, but I'm glad that you're here with us. Clyde, are they going to keep the courtrooms open? This is where crowds gather, and what they're doing is they're closing down everything that like public gatherings. Are they going to keep court open, do you suspect?
No idea. No idea. Because, of course, I don't think so, because the coronavirus has nothing to do with snow or ice. If we even think we're going to get snow or ice, they'll shut it down the next day. But then again, they know that generally with their temperatures down here, that's only going to be a day or something like that. Shutting the courthouse down for even a couple of weeks or a couple of months, I don't know.
Well, I'm going to admit a new visitor, except for I don't know who it is. Who is this, and do you hate me?
No, I don't hate you at all, man. This is Johnny Frado. He's a talent agent.
Now, Johnny Frado, you were the talent agent to Eric the Midget turned Eric the actor. Is that correct?
No. I was at one point in time, and then I switched to. I was actually a longtime talent agent to Larry, the lounge lizard in Washington.
I thought you meant Larry, the cable guy. Now, you of course come from a famous mafia family.
Say again. You interrupted.
Oh, go ahead, Mackenzie. Mackenzie wants to challenge your identity.
I just got the Oris 127896443.
Vibe.
Hike.
No, I'm not a fan of Oris. Not a fan. No.
How about of Boris?
How about Snoop Dogg?
Who's that?
It is true. You have an interesting accent. It's part Italian, part Mexican, part Brooklyn. So
I've been around. What can I tell you?
That's what I heard.
Listen, I just want to tell you that I'm trying to get a hold of Larry. So if you guys got any information on how I could get a hold of him, because I'm having a new movie. He started my last 787 complete run of all holes filled with hard cock, and so I really need him to come back to the series over here. Okay?
I'm so sorry, but I've just received a text from Clyde who said I've got to kick you off the stream. Clyde, I don't know why, but I just do as I'm told.
I did not send that. God damn it! People are supposed
to.
Okay, so kick from studio. Okay, there we go. Dink. Okay, well, anyway, so Clyde, yeah, sorry, I don't know why you wanted him out, Clyde, but I took care of it for you. Anyway, so where are the guys who don't like me? Unfortunately, Boris, Oris, Johnny Frado.
Whoa.
Yeah, he likes me. And I need people who don't.
What about? There's one person.
Who?
He who shall not be named.
Name him. This is the day where we name everybody.
AGV.
Crappy luxury.
Get him. I owe Crappy an apology, and I want to deliver it before I die. Because I needled him. I did it on purpose, and I knew I was doing it. And he's an easily needled man. So get him on.
Well, let me see. Okay.
Get him on. I want to apologize in all sincerity. I want people here that don't like me, because I'll tell you what. Listen, a little Goldberg goes a long way. I know this. Most of the people who like me don't know me very well. McKinley, you hang around any longer, you won't like me either. The only reason that Clyde likes me is he's a dislikable person. He's a curmudgeon. He's as bad as I am.
Yeah, but I don't want to get on your bad side because after all, everyone knows that Goldberg sank the Titanic.
That was an iceberg. Oh,
iceberg Goldberg.
Hello, who do we have with us?
It's Borosaurus, you fucking cunts.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I love all of you.
You're too funny.
I have requested.
But stop inviting him.
Yeah, Clyde, you gotta stop. I want the real Bill Sanders. Although that was funny. Anyway, okay, horological. Okay, look, I got a really cool comment here. I love this. Horological Freddy Krueger. First of all, I love that fucking name. Secondly, we love you, Mark. You know,
we love you, Mark. I love you, Clive.
You know this? McStarling is offering me $5,000 for the bluesy, and here's the thing: that might be the price next month. Right now, the price is $7,500.
Just give him the bracelet.
Yeah. Next month, that might be the price. Actually, the price next month might be, like Krugerrands or toilet paper or Spam or, I'm not entirely sure.
Would you ever tattoo your avatar onto your bicep?
You know what? Wait.
I'd have to get some pits. I have to get a gym membership first.
Where could that, where could that be tattooed? Where could that be tattooed in such a way as you could make those horns, wiggle? Oh dear God! Do you suppose you could have? No, wait. Do you think you could have that tattooed so that your wiener was one of the horns? You'd have to have it tattooed like onto your pubis region. Now, okay, real quick, guys. Waiting in the lobby is somebody who I think is Borosaurus. If it's not Borosaurus,
bring him on.
Text me from Facebook Messenger. You're listening to me now, you in the lobby who has not been admitted. And if it's really you, then go ahead and text me, but I'm pretty sure it's not you. I think it's Boris. All right, let's let him in. Andy Hunter, how are you?
Hey, it's Borosaurus.
my fine Canadian friend.
I'm eating my enchilada, Oris 12777.
Oh my God, Mackenzie, that was you. I thought it was Boris.
It was.
I got confused. You sound exactly like him. All right, guys, what do you think is going to happen to the Dow Jones Industrial Average? Are we going to go down to zero? Are we going to have food riots? I would really like to think that in these days, these trying times, that a little courtesy will go a long way. All right, hold on. Mackenzie, don't talk. Who is this?
Hey, you fucking malacas!
Okay, you remember back in the golden? Remember back in the golden days when Archie only sucked a little bit.
As opposed to now when it's all over Red Rover.
There's one guy, and I swear to God, he would fuck with Archie so bad. and Archie would throw him. He must have like 9,000 secondary accounts. I'm
sure this is Boris. Yeah.
My favorite was when he called himself Archie's vile alien headhorn.
Wait. He called himself what?
One of the names was Archie's vile alien head horn.
Wait, Clyde, you're laughing too hard. Say it again.
Archie's vile alien head horn antenna.
What?
Archie's vile head horn.
Archie's vile alien head horn antennas. I'd be like, early, and he'd get out. Archie get pissed off. Archie throw him off. He'd start posting. It's like, hey, I'd be on the live stream comments. Hey, vile alien, is that you?
Are you allowed to have that many characters in your?
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. Well, I don't know. I can't really tell you if we're going to get any of the bastards who really dislike me on this stream. But if we do, I will apologize unreservedly because I must have done something. And in the case of Crappy, actually, I pretty well know what I did. And that was, I just needled him. I just needled him till he broke. Now, it wasn't hard because he's kind of sensitive, but on some level, I know I did it on purpose, and I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have done it. So, but I know I'm guilty. With Bill Sanders, I have no idea. I think I just rubbed him the wrong way.
Yeah, that was pretty crappy.
What was pretty crappy? Rubbing him the wrong way.
Or is it?
Oh my God, Mackenzie yanking out the homosexual, intonations. But my favorite part about you, Mackenzie, is that you will bust out, like a homo remark, but then I can scare you. Like you can be scared. You have been scared.
A little bit. You were on your game this morning.
Oh yeah. Oh dear. That's what she said. Anyway,
Dracos is joining us in the live stream comments.
Is he?
Yes.
Well, let's see. I'm getting a text, but no, it's not from him. I don't see it. That's not really a drink. Oh, yeah, it is. Well, get it.
Dricos.
Andy, I'm going to text you the link. Hold on. I actually can get
it. I already did it.
Oh, all right. Fine. Well, Andy, get your Malacca ass in here. And we want to see because I would like to know the difference between cold pressed virgin olive oil, first pressing, second pressing, and I'd like to know if it's a good lubricant. So, and I know you're going to know all about that kind of stuff. Holy cow, it's a Dricos. Andy, get on in here. Okay, but see, Andy's not one of the guys who dislikes me. And in fact, I'm very fond of Andy. When I first started my channel, he was super encouraging. Like if there was something I didn't know how to do with the YouTube app or, about a video, he would tell me. He gave me an answer to any question that I ever wanted. And there's not a lot of guys do that. Most other people are a little bit competitive and, they believe in trade secrets and so forth, but anyway, Andy's a hell of a good guy. So Andrew, come on in here. Boris is in the comments complaining. Sorry,
Boris. Said no respect for Boris.
I don't know. I can't keep track of my trolls. Anyway, Clyde, if you had to, you don't have to name names, but, as we are getting maybe sentimental and retrospective in this time of potential doom and near apocalyptic catastrophe, do you have any wisdom, thoughts, regrets, advice? You're an older man with a good
Archie,
education.
I like your shirt.
But what you don't understand, Mackenzie, is that was going a very long. That was a
that was a stretch for him.
Yeah, that was an emotionally loaded shirt compliment. He was not just talking about haberdashery and wardrobe. If I could translate that rancherese, that Oklahoma steadfast plainness into good old American Jewish East Coast English, it would be, I love you, man. Fucking love you, man.
Well, also,
I love you.
Let me explain. My parents were both depression babies, and my dad was so poor he couldn't afford to pay compliments.
So, that was really an act of great love. I completely understand. Yeah. All right, Clyde. So go ahead.
If he said not bad, that was like winning the Oscar.
So how about you, Mackenzie? Do you have daddy issues?
No, I'm straight.
Well, no, I understand you're straight. I said you have daddy issues.
No, like straight, like good.
Oh,
okay. Well, okay.
You know what? That must be what the kids are saying today, Clyde. That's an express. That's not a way I've heard that word used.
Is that the one that all kids are using today, or just the ones that you've got still locked up in your kennel? No, Mark.
I can't afford to feed them. I had to turn them all loose. Yes, Clyde.
Well, I was going to say, no, the Asian boys in the kennels. Are you placing the kennels more than 6 feet away from each other?
Yeah, yes, I am. Yeah,
okay.
And I'm not bothering anybody unless I put a baggie over them. Just like a garbage bag over their head. That's the safest thing that you can do. If you're going dating these days, guys, just put a garbage bag over her head. That's what I'm doing. And Mackenzie, can you breathe okay? You all right?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. Mackenzie, I feel a little bad for you, and I'll tell you why. The average demographic in the Hobros, the horological brothers, is we're all like anywhere between 40s and 60s. And there you are. What are you, 17, 18 again? I forget.
25.
25. Oh, that's right. And yet you're facing imminent doom and mortality. You know, those of us who have lived long enough to at least get like high blood pressure and erectile dysfunction, you know, we've had a little time to get used to the idea of mortality, but now it's like smacking you between the eyes at the tender age of 25 when you should be figuring out how to get into consumer debt like the rest of us. So,
Yes.
you know, what are your thoughts and feelings about this strange twist of fate?
We got to get more young people into the hobby of whist watches.
Whist.
Mark
Yeah.
Mark feels the same way, except you replace hobby with kennel.
Oh, nice.
So
Well,
do you plan on surviving the apocalypse? Is I guess what I'm asking you.
Well, if I have enough toilet paper.
So you don't sound concerned, and that's a good thing. And in fact, the death rate in your age bracket is something like 0.03%. It's very low. And if a bunch of old Patek owners die, those watches will flood the market, and you will reap the benefits.
Yeah, I'll stick with Rolex.
If I were you, I would stick with Clyde because he knows where the bodies are buried, and he knows which of the funeral parlors have the best clientele, and right, Clyde?
It's been a tough week. You know, they just changed the combination code at the morgue.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You can't get into the drawers anymore?
Nope.
You know, they stole the Rolex right off of Tony Soprano. What was the actor's name? I forget his name. But anyway, somebody in the comments tell us what was Tony Soprano's name, the actor. And he died very young. He died in his mid-50s, I want to say. And
died in Rome, I think, right?
He died in Rome, and the Italian ambulance driver stripped him of it was a Submariner, wasn't it? I think they took the sub right off him. If you know whether it was a sub or what it was. Yeah,
but on the other hand, him getting his prized possession ripped off his dead body by an Italian, that does kind of.
Well, Alvin says that it was a president, but that's what he wore in the show. I'm not sure that's what he wore in real life. Is that what he wore in real life? Do we know that?
That's what I've read before, but
he wore a president. Well, see, I know he was famous for the president because that was always on the TV show. It was a 36 millimeter.
Do you want me to send Craig Ship an invite?
Craig Ship? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, bring him on.
No, and I'll tell you why.
I think he's getting that Grand Seiko for $75,000.
Because I regret nothing. I regret. You know what? Anybody who I've offended who is a moral, ethical, decent person, I don't know if he qualifies. He was mean to me. No, that's okay. Thank you for bringing that up alive and on the air, though, Clyde.
Okay.
I had to make a command decision. Oh. Hey, man, how you doing? Hey!
He's back.
It's the man himself.
Hey. I don't have too much time because it's past my bedtime.
It's only 9:20. What time is it where you are?
10:20.
You Malacca. What do you got to get up? What do you got to do in the morning?
I don't have to wake up in the morning.
None of it. Let me tell you something, my friend. This is the point when everybody's just staying home and self-isolating. What do you drink? What do you drink? Is it ouzo? What do you people do for your end of the world Greek party? What do you do?
Well, we have one massive gangbang. What are you talking about?
Nice.
So, do you want is it wrong to use virgin olive oil as lubricant? Because it says the word virgin in there. So I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, at our age, it's a bad thing, but you can use it as lubricant, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'd go with coconut oil.
How is Mrs. Hunter?
Oh, she's pretty good. She's going off to bed.
I believe she's had a birthday recently. I'd like to wish her happy birthday, and I'd also like to state I don't know how you managed to marry.
Well, let me ask you. Let me interrupt for a very important question. Now, Andy, I see your background there.
Right.
How much do they set your bond at?
That's a green screen.
You're in a cell?
It's not a green screen. I'm in the freaking shitter.
That's a green screen, and he wants you to think he's home.
The wife said not in the house.
I'm in the washroom. My wife's trying to go to bed.
Well, we won't keep you very long.
I'm pretty angry.
You recently on Facebook posted a picture of you and Mrs. Hunter, and
Yeah.
It looked like Miss Universe taking a selfie with her Uber driver. That's what that picture looked like.
Look, man.
I don't know.
You always gotta hit above your average.
Let me just say, you're punching above your weight. That is one beautiful woman. I don't know how you did it, but no wonder you're happy with life. No wonder.
Hey man, I'm been with her. It'll be 35 years. We'll be married in June.
That's incredible.
Holy shit.
Well, and Andy is only actually 40 years old, so this is the only woman he's ever been with. Isn't that right?
Well, yeah, I met her while I was in the womb.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Andy. And yeah.
You asked me something about olive oil.
Yes, please.
No such thing as second press. No such thing as third press. You got first press. It's always cold, depending on when they pick the olives and how much water there would be inside to create the acidity. And the bad stuff is pumice olive oil. Never consume that. It's only meant for burning a lamp.
Wait. Hummus olive oil? Wait, what?
Pumice.
Pumice. Oh,
pumice. Anyway, have a great night. I'll be listening to the podcast with earphones on because the wife.
Yes. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate you being here, Andy. Love you. And if it's the end of the world, I'm glad I know you, and thank you for helping me because as I told the punters when I first started YouTube, there was a lot I didn't know, and you were the guy who always told me, do this, do the other. You shared everything you knew.
I'll be happy to help anybody who asks.
Super appreciate it.
Been doing your drink.
Bend over what?
That stuff will put a little zing in your sting there, Clyde.
No, you got Mark's attention.
Well, you did. What drink is that now? You're talking about the olive oil with the apple cider vinegar and the Viagra crushed up and mixed in?
Well, Clive, I got to tell you that everything Mark ever thought of doing, we've actually invented thousands of it.
I know, because I've read it all on your pots, your ancient storage pornography. Basically, you people invented dirty Tupperware.
We invented lesbianism.
Okay.
We named a whole island off it called Lesbos.
Lesbos. Okay, yeah. Andy, real quick. One word. I have one word for you. Kimono.
That's Japanese.
Aha! Okay, you do. My big fat Greek wedding. Kimono.
That's not Greek.
Kimono.
Japanese.
He come from this and mono come from that. It's Greek.
Best line from that movie before I go, there's two types of people. Greeks and those who want to be Greek. Good night, ladies.
What about those who do Greek?
Those who go Greek?
What about those who eat Greek food?
I love Greek food.
Ask Mark about that. I'll ask for the rest of the question.
Thanks, Andy. Go. You know what? Andy is getting to bed and spraying himself down with a bottle of Windex right now to make sure that he is appropriately disinfected to get in bed with the wife, with the missus. I believe they use Windex for that purpose. Mark is definitely. Oh, first of all, Ricky A, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Detroit Spartan says Mark is definitely not drinking soda. No, it's just a little bit of Jim Beam. It has me a little happy. I'm a very cheap date. I'm a one a day guy, maybe two if I'm getting crazy. If I'm with friends and getting super crazy, 4, but then I'm useless. So Mackenzie, you plan on surviving. I think we decided that. Is that correct?
I'll get through it.
Okay. Good deal. And of course the girlfriend's in medical school, so she's got to grow up and, fix this thing.
Yeah, it's hard, fuckers.
It's hard. Life is hard.
Me?
Well, Clyde, you have...
Me, I've already started on digging the hole in the backyard.
Nice.
For yourself? Or
and
for,
whose watch are you going to take?
I'd probably do the Speedy 321, just that way the circle will be completed.
I used to have these neighbors when I first moved to Illinois. I had these neighbors and they were older. I mean, they were older. And she was a dog breeder. So when I realized that I had moved in next to a dog breeder who bred Alaskan Malamutes, I was happy because I knew I was going to fill my house up with dogs. And I realized I wasn't going to, she wasn't going to complain of all people. She had a house and a yard full of Malamutes. And so there's somebody in the waiting room. I'll tell you about it in a little while. Anyway, her husband, every winter, she would make him dig a hole, like a big, deep hole. And because if one of the older dogs would die during the winter, she'd have a hole, pre-dug to put him in. And then one day he was really upset, and I'm like, "What?" He goes, "She wants me to go dig a hole." I'm like, "All right, well, you do that every year." He goes, "Yeah, but our oldest dog right now is 3," and he was pretty sure it was for himself, Clyde. So he refused to dig the hole, and he managed to last another couple of years. Well, here's our special guest, direct from Motown and rapping stardom. I'd like to welcome Snoop Dogg.
Yes, this is Snoop Doggy Dog Trader.
Well, thank you for joining us. That was really fun. Thank you for being with us.
That was quick.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I'm going to let him in every time, and I'm gonna let him get out 4 words.
No love for Boris.
Well, what can you do? Oh wow. Anybody know who Lorenzo Brino is? Who's this guy? Lorenzo appeared in a child TV star. Well, he's dead at Seventh Heaven. What's Seventh Heaven?
What?
Anyway, he's dead.
Did you get that super chat by Ricky A?
I did. I thanked him very much for his super chat.
Okay.
Indeed, I did. Well, no, we have plenty of love, McKinley. We have plenty of love for. Why does that say Mackenzie? Your name is McKinley. We have plenty of love for Boris, and we are glad that he is with us. Thank you for being with us, Boris. You add a lot to the show. We appreciate it.
I get no respect.
We did manage to get the real Andy Hunter on, which was a bit of a pleasure. I just feel like these are the times in which we want to touch base and just chit chat with the people that we have enjoyed and partied with and horologically jousted with. I have offended a whole lot of guys, through YouTube, and I issue a blanket apology to all of you who have not been convicted of felonies. Let's see. Forbin Glasses says the comedy tip: it is not enough to do an accent; you have to have jokes to go with it, and that is true, unless you. And I agree with that, Forbin. Unless you do it repeatedly, and then it becomes a trope, at which point it becomes absurd, and therefore, on some level, becomes funny, and that's.
No, his voice is funny.
Really? Is that it? Let me hear your funny voice. Go ahead.
So.
Let me hear the voice that you never want Heather to hear. On a date.
Are you gonna get the blue sky dollar?
That's funny.
No.
Come on, man.
You know what? For a while, we were actually having Archie Luxury Theater.
Archie was loving it.
Oh no, it was on my channel. Okay, Hisham, Archie Luxury, and you're on vacation with the kids, but you don't want to admit it. Okay, and Tanzil. You're a
Tanzil, where are you? You're in town. Why are we not drinking together? Why are we not welcoming in the final year of our lives? As a team, as a pair, as Cardinals. Where are you?
Okay, no. Okay, Hisham, you're Archie Luxury. Hisham, or Victinier. Okay, you're the manager at a Panerai Boutique in Honkers. And you really don't want to talk to Archie. Ready and scene. And some of those were great.
Okay, you two fuckers are going to have to carry on a minute. I'll be right back.
All right. I'm looking to see what Neuro's comment was. Neuro says, I think there'll be riots or revolts by late summer. Hard to tell, though.
Is it hard? Is it hard to tell? Is it really hard? Hold on, I'll be right back. Gotta greet the boyfriend. Hold on, don't move.
All right. So you're working from home, but as far as I know, I'm still going to court in about 11 and a half hours.
Yikes. That's rough.
A little bit. Though the first thing I'm going to do is wake up is I'm going to check closings on the TV just to make sure.
Just see if there's any updates.
Yep.
Apparently, Trump's going to ban interstate travel.
Huh.
I think I read that. Trump to announce interstate travel ban as early as tonight.
Oh, Jesus. But let's take this through. So, here's what I'm wondering about. What, God, I can't remember if someone told me this or I read this, but there's been a couple of jurisdictions where they more or less just said, do not arrest anyone unless it's for a violent crime, unless they pose a significant danger to health or safety. Otherwise, treat it like a ticket. Write them a citation with a arraignment date.
Huh. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm back. Just having mildly molested the other half. How do you want to go out, Clyde? What would you like? How do you want to go out with your boots on, or how do you want to go out? Eating Chinese food? What are we going to do with ourselves? Final minutes, final hours. We have a little bit of, like, would you do a live stream on the way out at Armageddon?
Sure. Yo, get Vin on.
Vin Tingler?
Vin.
Well, I put the link out.
Vin Why are you dressed like a Cessna pilot?
I don't understand that. What, Jen, why are you not on? The link is on the... Come on, man. Get in here. The link is on the...
Cessna pilot.
What's a Cessna pilot dress? Yeah. Okay, well, because...
Oh, yeah.
Because these are like $20 and they make my voice kind of like... I can talk over Clyde and Archie luxury with these things.
You look like an offensive coordinator.
You look like a tight end.
Oh.
Well, if we're going to get real. Okay. So, Jen, come on in. Clyde will go out with Forbin suggests that you might want to go out with your face in a hairy taco. I find that mildly offensive, on behalf of Mexican taquerias everywhere. Speaking of which, they just closed Mexican taquerias. Like, I have a friend who owns 2 of them. They just opened the second restaurant. Just opened it, like maybe 3 weeks ago. Think of the capital investment it takes to open a restaurant. It's enormous. I mean, because, for example, if you're going to have a deep fryer, that means you need to have a hood. A hood's really expensive because it includes a fire suppression system. So I think it's about $10,000 to put in a deep fryer into a restaurant. That's just one, little thing. And these are not wealthy people. It's a taqueria. So, man, tough times. They are still permitted to do takeout. So, but I wonder if people will be too nervous to leave home. Personally, my idea is to eat takeout as much as humanly possible to conserve the stores of food that, are here. Anyway.
Pink tacos.
You prefer them pink? Because Clyde apparently prefers them hairy. Watches and Giggles said he's only 6.75. Mark, don't get too excited. His wrist, well, that's tender and delicate. And I understand. Hairless. Pink. Okay. So let's move along. Spartan 3 to 5 years to making real money. Yeah, I guess a restaurant takes a minute. So anyway, I feel bad for these friends of mine who just opened their place. They're a little far for me to run over there and get food, but I'll probably call and see if they're. Well, we do have a special guest.
Morris.
I don't know. It's Pederico. Hello. How are you?
Hey, it's Pederico.
Thank you for joining us. I really.
That was Pederico?
Yes, apparently. So.
Hey, guys.
Thank you for joining us, Pederico. Bud the Stud is a confirmed midget. Well, we got to. I don't know if we can take that seriously. In that, we're dealing with the Turden gentry. Anyway, so Clyde, I'm going to start with you with the following question. These days, out of that massive pile of watches that you own, which I think you don't even know exactly how many, and it's the same with me. I don't know how many I own. McKinley, I know because you're anal retentive, but Clyde and I are not. Clyde, if you had to pick one, it's Armageddon. You can only get out of Dodge with one watch for whatever reason, just one. Pick one. Which is it going to be? This is a very tough one for me too.
Probably the Datejust.
The phony Flieger.
It's the fake Flieger.
Fake Flieger.
See, that would also be another good consideration.
He loves that Flieger.
Yeah.
I know you do.
I'd also be thinking about durability and service costs as well, and ease of service.
Well, if you're thinking about service, you should probably grab, a quartz shitter like a G-Shock.
Rich Buddy could service that.
with hops number 9 and a patch.
He was servicing his guns today.
Yes, he was with hops number 9 and a patch. Okay, so you're thinking the Datejust.
The Datejust, or actually, the Flieger, the phony Flieger might be another decent one. Seriously,
the one with the blue Romans.
Yes.
So basically, you want to go down wearing a sporty dress watch or a dressy sports watch.
Well, wait. I thought you were talking about get out of Dodge. You're saying
your Armageddon watch. You got to pick one. You could save one watch. It's your Armageddon watch. It's it. That's it. You're going to grab.
I die in Armageddon, which I presume would be by the use of the term.
Well, let's just say it's unknown. You hope to dodge. You hope to dodge a bullet, but you're grabbing your go bag, okay, which contains a couple liters of water, some of that Patriot turds that you bought. The what is that stuff, Clyde? Freeze dried food, right?
Right. Well, yeah, probably would be the Datejust 41.
Okay. All right. The Datejust 41 out of all of them. We're going, that's a fairly simple watch. It's a 3-hand, no complication other than the date.
New movies won't need servicing for quite a few years. May not require servicing for several years.
Yeah, it's
and
waterproof down to 100 meters anyway, at least.
Yeah, and that way, if I have to bribe a highway patrolman and be allowed into a neighboring state, that would probably do the trick.
Funny, or bribe a woman to repopulate the world.
I definitely would have to bribe a woman to do that.
It's blingy.
Okay, so let's pick that apart a little bit there, young Mackenzie Phillips. We're down to Clyde and a woman of fertile childbearing years, and it's just the two of them. And he's gonna buy her with a Rolex.
Yes, as long as he removes the stickers.
I don't think he needs to go as far as the Rolex. I think all he needs to do is find her like a coconut.
Oh, shit.
Like, for example, actually, I think he could have her if he would just go on an expedition and find like maybe the last tampon, or if he could MacGyver a tampon out of like coconut fibers and tree bark. I don't think you'd have to give away your Rolex. I'm just saying your negotiating skills are questionable, sir. That's
not MacGyver. That's more the professor from Gilligan's Island.
Well, you see, Clyde, this is where you and I have the advantage, because young Mackenzie never saw that, or if he did, he saw an episode or two on Nick at Night, and he doesn't understand the full genre of, Stranded, quite the way we do.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay. So, repopulating the earth. All right. Good one. If it's up to me to repopulate the earth, I'm going to have to invent like a roofie. I'm going to be like, hey, dude, just like smoke this banana peel. Look, man, I found a bottle of White Lightning. No, it's all for you.
Oh my God, he cosplayed himself.
All right. So now,
Bud the Stud.
you know, Mackenzie, you have a very impressive collection for a youngster. 25 years old, and let me run through what I remember. The big stuff. You've got a
Doxa.
Doxa, but you
Swatch.
have a Daytona.
Seiko.
You have
Marine Master.
hold on now. Stop underselling yourself. You have a white Daytona ceramic. That's like your biggest gun. Don't you think that's your biggest gun?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. But closely running second, you have a Pepsi GMT on a Jubilee.
Yes.
Don't you think that's like second in line to the throne?
That's second.
Okay. Then I'm blanking. I'm a little inebriated. What else you got? The good stuff. Because you have more Rolex than that.
A Tudor 58.
Chuda. You don't have another Rolex? You got two Rolex? No, you have more. I know you have. You have more than two Rolex.
The Bluesy.
You have a ceramic bluesy?
Ceramic.
Do I know this? Oh, you know what? You made me do this. So I ordered a strap for my bluesy, which is pre-ceramic. And what I don't like about my pre-ceramic bluesy is primarily the bracelet. So you prevailed upon me to order this. It's a piece of shit. It won't go on. Like the curved end, it just doesn't quite fit. So I'm going to return it and maybe have to buy a prop.
Yeah, because you bought it for the Explorer.
Oh, is that why? I thought it would be all the same.
No.
You should have warned me. Actually, you did. So I got to return it and find one that'll.
That's why you get a rubber B, fuckers.
Yeah, but that's like $250 for like a $20
For a watch you don't even really wear that much. Yeah.
Stupid. I need to find that what I just showed you, but yeah. Either that or what I might do is I might just go straight end. If I go straight end and I don't worry about the curved end, then problem solved. Bam. Or should I go leather? I could go
No.
No, not Horween. No.
It'll get too sweaty.
Okay. All right, so I need a blue rubber that will fit. Do I go curved end or do I go fuck it straight end and then everything
curved end?
I can't really see you going straight.
He's definitely a curved.
Clyde, sometimes you do have to, go straight end. There's just times when you have to just gently ease the pin in. Now, mind you have to be a little delicate because you don't want to scratch
rubber fuckers.
You don't want to scratch the lugs, and so sometimes you just have to be delicate, and you got to use a little bit of finesse, and you just got to coax it into the hole, because otherwise that spring bar could just like pop loose
and fling itself across the room, and then
can happen.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're on your hands and knees begging. I mean, looking for it.
Exactly. Mother, I hate to say this.
Don't you dare leave me. Don't you dare. It's not.
Now, could I bring the Daytona as my last watch?
Yes, I want to know. Clyde, stand by. Okay, so out of the whole collection, Mackenzie,
I would bring that.
The Daytona.
And if I was allowed, don't know the rules.
You weren't.
I would flip it for 25 grand and then buy another one at retail.
You are not getting 25. Well, listen, if you
buy
have
the blackface.
If you have an AD who's that friendly, to you, I think you're flirting with the female manager at your local AD. But does Heather know about this?
Yeah, we've
discussed it.
Built that relationship, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. So it's too late for me to be your throuple. You're already involved. Okay, I understand. I see. I hear. I understand. But no, I don't know how likely you would be to sell that for $25,000. I think 23 is more the going price. And I don't know, are people really?
Well, I could trade it into Watchbox and get 12 grand.
What do you think Watchbox would pay for that?
12.
They pay more. No, they pay more than that. They would pay more than that. I bet you they would pay. They first off would probably be like 16. Don't you think?
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, but I don't think this is a very good time to buy a Rolex because with the stock market tanking, I think people will be afraid to part with cash unless they're getting a crazy good deal, because cash will be king.
You mean it's not a good time to sell a Rolex?
That's that's exactly what I mean. Yeah, it may be a decent. I'm, in the video that when as I said, I put a video up a few days ago on this exact topic. So guys, if you haven't seen it, take a look. But I think that people who have cash are going to get some unique opportunities, but people who have cash are also likely to be reluctant to part with it for fear that it may be quite a while before they get an income again, right? And who knows what's going to happen. Clyde, do you know how long you have to be laid off for? Because if you get furloughed or laid off for X number of weeks, it depends on the state, I think, you qualify for unemployment.
Right.
I think it's, I don't know what it is here, 6 weeks, but there's a certain level of reduction in your hours, et cetera, which then automatically qualifies you. And I think that's going to trigger a whole lot of state spending. So I think the states are going to be spending a lot of money. I think the feds are going to spend a lot of money. And therefore, I think people who have cash, maybe they'll be thinking about dumping some of it into the stock market. That came up on the Beg stream tonight, but I'm personally afraid to do that. I want to hold cash.
Yeah, I mean, that's more of a 3 to 5 year investment.
Yeah.
But you can get a lot of stocks on sale right now.
Right now, absolutely. You can. I got an email from my investment advisor group who said that they're holding, that a lot of people are asking, is this a time to aggressively buy? And they feel that the market is too unstable now. So their take is, known to not aggressively buy.
Well, also another good thing to do is look at stocks that made it through the 2008 recession.
Mm. Yeah, you were mentioning that before. You had a list.
Yeah, Apple, Wells Fargo, Microsoft.
Blue chip companies that are now basically on sale, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I think that the people who are looking at their 401ks, like Archie is constantly complaining about his superannuation, that's a word for retirement. It's a fancy pantsy word for retirement, which means in our language, a 401k or a SARSEP, or what else do we call it?
A Roth.
An IRA. Thank you. Yeah, of which Roth is a type. I mean, I sure don't claim to be the world's expert on this, but I think what will happen is people will be afraid to part with cash because their contracts will be down, their commissions will be down, their sales will be down, their jobs will be down or eliminated or temporarily. And so if you're sitting on X number of dollars of cash, you'll be thinking in terms of conserving it to make your mortgage payments.
Yeah, and your car payment. Yeah.
You don't have a car payment.
No.
Clydesy?
I just mean bills.
You with us, Clydesy?
Yes, I am.
You don't have a car payment either.
Clyde's falling asleep.
Yeah, I really am. Sorry.
All right. Well, Clydesy, what do you think? Is it time to call it a night? It's been an hour and 2 minutes. I think we could call it.
Yeah.
We still have 96 people with us. You people have clearly got nobody better to die with.
There's no sports on.
What's that?
There's nothing to do.
Oh, that's true. They canceled. What they canceled? They canceled
March Madness, NBA, NHL, all college sports.
So, man, there's nothing. What's left? Bowling, darts, curling.
Chess is pretty nice.
I bet you Victor is glued to the figure skating right now. Don't you think?
Yeah, where's Victor at?
Nobody knows. I think he's watching figure skating. I don't know. Do you think that this is a good time to put in stupid offers on eBay? I feel like it is.
I think so.
All right, here. I am. I think it's me. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. It's me. I am in my own studio. Hi, me.
Let dogs be dogs.
Thank you. He talked fast because he knew.
Click.
Thank you, Boris.
Yeah, bring Vin on here. Doesn't he do finance?
He's probably not sober enough to show up. Anyway, our healthcare workers are going to be the first responders. They're going to be like the 911, the 9/11, heroes of today. That's who they are going to be. So we thank you for your bravery and for your service. We who are about to die salute you. Anyway, I don't know. I'm sure we'll have another few of these live streams over the ensuing weeks. If you've got nothing better to do, then do it with us. I'm grateful that you're here, that you're with us. Clyde, thank you for spending this evening with me. You've been noodling and harassing me to do a live stream for weeks. Maybe we'll make this a regular event. What do you think, Clyde?
Sounds great.
How about on your channel next time?
No, I think we'll continue to do it on yours.
I see. All right. Well, we'll work it out. Mackenzie, thank you for having joined us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You bet. I haven't had you yet, but we're working on it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us.
In that case, yeah.
And hey, we'll catch you next time
On Mark Vlogs Watches.
Peace out.
Take care.
Bye, guys.